Yo, what's going on, Dragon Ballers? We're here at GenCon with a first place Team Wars placer. We're here with Couscous. Shout out to Mike, who's also in the photo. Wants to be next to all the deck profilers.
That's right, baby.
So Coos is coming back with SSG Goku, the deck, or the leader rather, that he got second place at the San Diego Regional with. But this time he's playing a completely different build. So Coos, why are you playing SSG Goku?
I think it's the best leader in the game.
The leader, simply put,
Yes.
The leader is a big value powerhouse. You basically get like 5 free 5K combos throughout the game, right? So that's pretty nasty on top of the crazy untap. But we made some pretty big changes to the list. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I made a ton of changes. In San Diego, I played an aggro version. And with the format, the way it is right now, I figured I could kind of go to a mid-range control version. So that's kind of where I landed. I wanted to play a deck that could beat every deck out there. And I feel like I found it, but I don't think I was correct. So, yeah, with that being said, I think I can go straight into it.
Cool, let's do it.
Just gonna go right away with the staple cards. God Sealing, 3 of instead of 4. 1 Champa, like every deck. 4 super combos. 4 beams. Lately it's been controversial, but I still like 4 beams in any blue deck.
Yeah, I think beam makes sense in a deck that's not super floodgate heavy, but there's still floodgates in here.
Yep, so then I wanna go real quick through my negate package. 3 D-Magic. I have 3 Heroic Prospects.
Yes, 3
For
different...
the viewers, please never do that.
3 different rarities. One's not even foil. If it was 3 nice rarities, I'd be cool with this, but ugh. But anyways.
2 Oceanus.
Yes, the mixed match rarities again.
And a hatch. That's my negate package. I felt like I only played 2 to 3 D-Magics per game, so I went down to 3 instead of 4. Oceanus is like a mini hatch. In certain matchups, it is a hatch. So yeah, basically I have tons of defensive power right here.
Did you ever wish to play more Oceanus or no?
I felt like 2 is okay because sometimes you get in trouble with the sand count and the blue energy to charge.
Oh yeah.
As you'll see later. So yeah, 2 was good.
That is very important, this leader. Yeah, the sand count for sure. It's hard to play non-sand cards.
Alright, so now the main point of this deck, it comes down to these 7 cards. This 2 combo. I feel like Baby Unison is extremely powerful, especially with the -5. Backed up with an ape. I think it opens up the door for some sick combos. So the whole deck kind of revolves around getting this Unison live on 3, protecting the markers with your floodgates, or protecting your life with insane combo power backed up by your leader's effect. So your defense is just insane with this deck, allowing you to do something like this consistently.
Yeah, most blue decks don't play Baby Unknown Parasite, but the way Kusa deck is built, it's a combo deck centered around this and protecting your combos with this. Like, it's really, really efficient.
Yeah. And then I have a couple searchers for my first turn. This is to help the consistency of the deck. Great Saiyaman searches for a 3 cost or less blue Saiyan or a blue Unison. So if I don't hit my blue Unison by 3, I could just search for that with this card. Or I could just grab a super combo, which is really nice.
Yeah, and the fact that he's just saying also helps your leader get awakened too.
Then I have a couple cards for every single matchup in the mid game. So I'm gonna start with these 2. These 2 are for the Trunks Cheetah matchup. They are free or cheap ways to trigger their Poutines and or Trunkses. I just went with 1 Bardock. If I could, I would go 2 Bardocks, but once again, color cost and you know, it being a black, I didn't want to play 2, so I just went 1/1. Calamity Challenger still draws me a card. I feel like it's good. So that is for the Trunks Cheetah matchup. Then I have these 2. Buy them out now.
So these made their way to the main deck, huh?
Yes. This is really good against Gamma because Gamma straight up has no answer for it. You play this against Gamma and they're just stuck. They don't know what to do. Most of the time they'll swing into it with a Cell, and that's a perfect trade for me. I'll take that trade any day. Sometimes I could over combo even on that Cell attack and protect it, restand energy, restand himself, and clear the board. So it's really good. And then the third deck of the format in our triangle meta, U7. I feel like Interceptor is really good against U7 because it could bottom deck Divine Presence, or if they open up crazy on me, I could bottom deck 2 cards, putting me back into the game. So I dedicated 2 slots in my main for each one of those triangle meta decks, and I have an out to it, so giving me the ability to, you know, come back and play against any deck out there.
And these felt like the most effective outs to those decks?
Yes, they did to me, and my leader just cycling a lot within the first 3 turns. You know, I pitch 5, draw 5, so I see 5 cards, and when I awaken, I draw 3, so I see a ton of cards. even though it looks like I'm only playing 2, it's very easy to hit these cards, even in a 55, 56 card deck.
Oh yeah, this leader, even though it doesn't plus super hard, the unawakened side, you draw multiple cards per turn if they attack you multiple times, so you cycle through your deck very, very quickly.
Yep. So that's my mid-game play. Now, the main part of this deck is the combo step and how we play it. Unlike Mike, you do play combo step.
Who wants to play a combo step?
That sounds nice.
The blue baby champion right there.
We have 4 unbreakables, perfect synergy with this leader. I could pitch it early game if I want, when I don't have the energy, or I could just use the energy, draw 1, get an extra Saiyan in my drop, and it's just a 10k combo power. It gives me lots of combo power to work with. I supplemented it with Beerus, the Realm of Gods card. Shout out to Rios for that tech. It worked out really well in Team Wars, so I decided to main 2. And once again, it's just tons of combo power without my hand size going down at all. And the perfect Saiyans to pitch early game is Saiyan Instincts. But I did something weird today. I wanted to try it out because in Team Wars, Rios was playing Saiyan Instincts, forcing me to play this card. And I had a great time with this card in Team Wars. I only lost once to Rob Breedsy twice throughout the weekend. But other than that, I beat everybody in Team Wars throughout the whole weekend. And this card worked really well, so I decided to try out a 2-2 split today. I usually played 3 Saiyan Instincts, but I just went 2-2, and it worked out okay, but definitely needs more data.
So you think there's a world where you just play 4 of this?
Potentially, yeah, but I need more data. I can't tell right off the bat.
Got it.
And that's my combo step. So with this deck, we have really good defense, really good combo, and then we set up a counter with our Baby Ape and Unison for these plays. We have Rebirth, Frieza, one of my favorite combos. Rebirth Frieza is basically a board wipe, ignoring barrier, and you could set it up easily with the -5 on your Baby Unison, or in some matchups, you know they can't do anything, so you just go ahead and do it. U7 mills themselves. Trunks Cheetah draws a lot. Gamma replaces their energy with the top card of the deck every single turn. So every deck in the format is milling themselves, and I wanted them to build a big old board and me constantly Oceanising them, and then finally just wipe that big old board and make them mill a bunch, and thus win the game by mill.
Yeah, man, this backed up by Golden Avengers sometimes just feels like you can't lose, or you're automatically going to win, I should say.
Yep. Some more mid-range cards in my defense step is this Miraculous Transformation Goku. Originally, I had it supplemented with the Ultra Instinct Goku, the 7-drop that says your opponent can't combo when he's in battle. But I did take those out. So now I don't play those cards anymore.
Disclaimer real fast. If we go back about 30 seconds ago, maybe, this man said, I like the combo step, but then just said he was playing a card that denied the combo step.
And he took it out of his deck, man. Look at that.
I can still combo. Oh, okay, they can't.
Wonder who gave him that idea.
And it's also a really good defensive card because your opponent has to swing into it. And when they do swing into it, we have tons of Unbreakable, Realm of God Beerus, bunch of cards to pitch. So it's very easy to defend it. So yeah, another defensive measure. I actually didn't get to play it much this weekend because there was a lot of aggro constantly making me use my energy, but I still think it's a really good card. Then we have some final bombs in the deck, which is 2 tail and 1 turning the tide. Once again, I like this combo a lot where I play this Miraculous Transformation on 6, Android 17 on 7, and that's a crit to drop them from 4 to 3 and then triple strike per game. I could do that very easily in this deck because I have the Baby -5. But when you don't have that guaranteed combo, Kale is also a really good play on turn 7. You just bottom deck their whole board and swinging with this twice, 30k double strike. If you did have the -5, your leader is also a 30k double strike, so your opponent has to defend 3 30k double strike attacks. If at any point they counter, another 30k triple striker is coming on the board. So it just is a lot of pressure for them to deal with.
Yeah, I really like this bomb engine. There were some other builds that were kind of like more scatterbrained and more like all over the place with bombs, but this bomb engine feels really clean.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the main deck.
Cool. Let's take a quick run through the sideboard.
All right, sideboard is not that great, but I did want to fix ratios against certain matchups. So I have 1 interceptor, against U7, I want to play 3. Extra God Ceiling for whatever I may need. 2 Boo Unison, really good against U7 and or Gamma. 30 Burst, once again good against U7. My only loss this weekend that I actually felt like I lost was against U7. So throughout the weekend I changed my side and I upped up my counters to U7. This card was originally in my side the whole time. I think it's really good. Works with the deck well. It's a Saiyan. It's 2 negates in 1. Protector of People, once again against U7, want to try it out. Extra Turning the Tide against Yard Rat Goku. They shuffle their cards back into their decks, so the mill strategy is gone. So I usually rely on Android 17 in that matchup, so I just throw that one in. 2 King Cold. Once again, some decks, the mill strategy is really good, so I just want to put in 2 King Cold against them, mill them out. Food Dark Banisher and these 2 Divine Restraint. Vegeta's didn't really come up, so yeah.
These non-matching rarities are very, very cringe, my brother.
Yes, but it's all good. Cusco still had awesome results on the weekend. So, all right, Cus, that's the deck, man. Any shout-outs you want to throw out there?
Yeah, shout out to the team. Can't forget this time.
Thanks, man. That's why I'm right here to remind you.
I know. But, yeah, shout out to the team. Shout out to everybody who helped me test and prepared. Shout outs to everybody who believed in me, which was nobody. Here we are. So yeah, shout outs to all those guys, and of course, Mystic TCG and DBS Deck Planet. Thanks to everything you guys do for us. That is it.
Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.